Hi friends! This is the Suqqu follow-up video that I promised I would film after my first Suqqu Spring Collection 2022 video. In that video I cover the pricing, product details, share the makeup I generously received from the Suqqu Europe PR team. A huge thank you to them. And the reason why that video is #ad because under UK's FTC policy, law, rules, even if you receive PR, that's still considered an ad even if they didn't pay me to actually do the video. And you know, YouTube doesn't like sponsored content. Every time I do a sponsored video, it just bombs. But I do appreciate those who are into Suqqu, who watched it, who thought it was helpful, and I wanted to share the blushes that I did buy. So this video is definitely not #ad, okay? For the melting powder blushes, I received Tomoshibi and Mizuawa. For the signature color eye palette, it was Benisaki. I believe that is number 07, and the sheer matte lipstick in number 12. So I proceeded to buy the remaining 6 melting powder blushes, as well as the 2 signature color palettes, one of which is limited edition, and I also purchased the sheer matte lipstick in 11, all from Selfridges. Big ups to Beatrice and the team over at the Suqqu Countess Selfridges, okay, for preparing my order and just being so easy to work with. Oh my gosh, the customer service is amazing. This is how it's gonna go. I'll play you just a swatch portion with the music, okay? So you can see the colors in action. If that's all you are interested in, well then fantastic. As well as the color eye palettes in Kazenade and Hoshiimama. Hoshiimama is limited edition and currently sold out, unfortunately. But it does say here on the Suqqu IG post that the spring collection will be available February 3rd at Harrod, Liberty London, and Cult Beauty. The time? I don't know. But when I do find out, if I do, I will most likely share on the Instagram. So Swatch Alicia, please take it away. Was that nice? Did we enjoy that? I'm so happy. To quickly go over my thoughts on the blushes, which I shared in my first video, I am completely and utterly in love with the Melting Powder Blush formula. I think is one of Suqqu's best, considering how immaculate their pure color blush formula is. A more traditional powder formula, but still so silky to the touch, skin-like in finish. The Melting Powder Blush truly takes this cushiony, just bouncy texture to the next level, and I feel so easy to work with. And if you're my skin tone, the reason I wanted to share that segment was because there are 8 shades in all, and these are very expensive. I believe it was $52 USD that these cost, and to buy all 8 is overdoing it, but I had planned on this purchase upon learning the Melting Powder Blush formula was dropping this month. So I was very light on my makeup purchases all around for the month in preparation for this drop, and I am just completely and utterly in love with the Suqqu Melting Blush formula. Standout favorites, of course, the one I began with, Tomoshibi, that beautifully rich terracotta brown that I love to wear on its own, or maybe higher on the cheekbones, or more in the hollows of the cheeks rather. The lighter colors, let me open these suckers up, hold on. If you're my complexion and you were wondering about the lighter colors, sure, you can get away with the lighter colors in that they provide just a gentle wash. So the light color standouts for me out of the 8, Yawasora here, which is a very light, like almost, what is the word? Like a creamsicle color. And then we have this more muted pink, Sumiro, beautiful. I actually applied Yawasora here on top of the more bright orange Yuubae. So I did a little bit of a gradient here, and I love the combination, but again, you necessarily don't need the lighter shades if you're my complexion, for sure, because these are very light washes of color. They're not going to deliver that oomph like the other shades in here. For instance, allow me to interrupt myself momentarily. I do believe the melting powder formula allows a more robust serving of color when it comes to these lighter shades. For instance, Sumiro I think is my perfect everyday light flush, and if this did come in the pure color blush formula, I do think it would not have served as much pigment as it does when now in the melting blush formula. Something to consider if you're my complexion and were wondering about these shades. I would definitely go for Sumiro if you want more of the pink, and Yawasora if you wanted more of a creamy orange leaning hue, but especially if you use a gold brush, you will get a nice serving of color. I actually prefer Sumiro over Haruoto, which is the mauve pink, which shows up a little cool on me. If you want it to appear more neutral warm, then I will definitely go with Sumiro. This beautiful wine shade, Yoirushi, is just gorgeous, and I applied it higher to the hollows of the cheeks, and this is beautiful all year round, but I think particularly lovely for fall. My other favorite that I applied today here is, again, Yuubae. The orange is absolutely perfect, and I applied Mizuawa on top, and surprisingly, even though this is like a very light lilac, a unique texture and shade that even paired with something warm, it just mixes in and creates a new color altogether. And I think that's lovely in that it does not appear muddy or strange on the skin. It then delivers a seamless gradient of color, again, despite its vastly different undertone and shade, to pair it with something this orange and for it to not look out of place on my cheeks blows my mind. For something a touch bit more coral, this is Koimeguri, and I love this also, again, if you wanted more of like a coral leaning color instead of the more traditional medium pink that we just saw. So you see that leans a little more, not neon per se, but it has a little more vibrancy there. And Tomoshibi, of course, just a standout favorite. I love this shade. It's absolutely utterly beautiful, and I enjoy again, the texture, how you can mix and match these blushes however you like, and the end result, it almost has like a glow to it. And I think again is due to the formula, as it had said in or on the IG descriptions. This is a high oil content formula, and the smoothness left behind is, my skin feels so soft. And just because I'm gonna slap on, let's see what we're gonna slap on. Koimeguri here with my Sonyaji Lotus Chic. It's a joy to apply these blushes. Again, the ease of use. If you are a blush lover, I would highly recommend that you check one of these out just for the formula, right? And while I understand that I showed you all 8, I'm wooing you a little bit, just a little bit. You don't need all 8. I think we can decide which shades we gravitate towards most, which are going to work out for us skin tone wise. And again, I don't think you necessarily need to buy the lighter shades. Of course, I would recommend if you're lighter than me, then sure, you want that more lighter wash of color. If you're deeper than me, definitely to go for the more vibrant tones here. I love them all. I love them all. I don't know what other blush formula will release this year. Whatever is scheduled to release in 2022, they have a lot of competition when it comes to the melting powder blush from Suqqu. I love all these shades. I think they're just year-round friendly. And again, to mix and match to my heart's content, I cannot wait to create more colors, to create more combinations and blush cocktails. Looking forward to that task. For the signature eye colors I had mentioned also in my first video, I just adore the simplicity in the eye quads for Suqqu. The fact that even the mattes are just so silky smooth and very easy to achieve a beautifully sophisticated eye look. In this demo here, I apply Hoshiimama, the limited edition quad. This has a beautiful glitter formula that's not like your typical glitter. Is very lightweight, but the shine is incredible, and I think optimal for those who like sparkle, who like a little bit of dazzle, but the commitment has to be a little low, right? We don't need to slap on the glitter glue and the eye prep this and the pen that. Just tap on your finger and apply on the lids, and what's left behind is just a beautiful subtle twinkle that feels light on the lid, does not appear overwhelming and heavy. Amazing. And yes, we only have one matte color here paired with the others. I think it's meant to set up the lid and then slap on the more glittery shades with the finger across the lid or on the inner corner, or you just slap on the glitter shades. This again is currently sold out, but perhaps will be back in stock at the other retailers that will carry this collection again on February 3rd. And the other quad, Kazenade, which I applied here, gorgeous. And I know many of us apply eyeshadow in a way that's like, okay, what shades can I combine with what? My expectations and strategy shift completely when dealing with Suqqu. I'm not worried about what to apply on my outer lid and what to apply on my crease. I very much approach this as slapping on one color on the lid and crease, buffing on the edges, slapping on mascara, and you're done. Because the impact that each shade carries, I think so beautiful in terms of the color, in terms of the sparkle, in terms of the shine, that there's no need to layer on and blend this. Just pick a nice fluffy brush, some of which I used during the demo. The Chikuhodo KZ06, the Tanseido. This is included in a 4-piece set, so unfortunately not sold separately. But I just wanted to show you an example of the brushes that I think optimal to use with these Suqqu shadows. Ones that are, as you see, flat on one side, but very fluffy at the tips. And what this will allow is that you pick up the shade with one side of the brush here, slap it on the lid, and then use the tip of the brush to blend that color through your crease. You don't have to use 5 brushes per eye. Again, the approach is very minimalist in nature, and what I very much appreciate about the Suqqu eyeshadow quads here, especially with their signature formula, there's more shine, there's more slip, and the blend is beyond easy. And although I use the teal shades as accent moments for this demo here, I applied it on the beautiful teal. This is like a taupey bronze that, again, I applied solo on the lid, but the shine and just ease of use is exquisite. I used the teal to apply as a wing liner, and I just cleaned up a little with concealer to sharpen the edge. I love how that turned out. My first eye, I started with the orange shade, which, oh my goodness, this is so gorgeous. I think the tone, they made it so it's really nice just to wear solo as a vibrant eye, but I don't feel like it warrants high blush. It doesn't warrant an avant-garde vibe. It's just like, ooh, orange eyeshadow today, why not? And then I decided to slap on the teal on the under eye because that is a classic combination, right? Orange on the top, teal turquoise on the bottom, or vice versa. But the teal is so easy to use and blend. Despite its deeper color, I don't think it's intimidating whatsoever, and due to, again, the smooth, easy to use formula, more approachable in that sense, where if you wanted to fully commit to the teal, you can slap it on the lid and crease lower lash line with any of the brushes I presented, which I think, again, ideal to use with this formula, and you will just have an easy time creating an eye look that, as one of you had perfectly described, just that effortless, soft, smoky look that I think Suqqu formulas deliver immaculately. And the Benisaki eyeshadow quad that I showed in the first video, the gray, my goodness me. Every time I use the signature color quad from Suqqu, I tell myself, stop buying so many eyeshadows because you have, again, the quads that released in 2020, oh what a year, and wanting to rotate and use these more often because it's so nice to just have a chill eyeshadow moment, just to rely on one shade because it has the texture, it has the shine, it has the ease of blend. Put on your mascara and you're done. There's no more to it than that. This maroon, my goodness, so gorgeous. And to apply it with this, I say glitter, but you see how fine it is and how smooth it is on the swatch. You could even combine quads here and slap it on the orange that's in Kazenade, and my goodness, it's such a beautiful combination. That's your sunset eye right there. Slap on a little bit of the maroon, why not? Go crazy. As I said before, I think perfect for one and done eyeshadow wearers. Get the fluffy shader brush and you're finished. And the sheer matte color in 11. Listen, I had said, it was either my December or November favorites, that the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick I used late in the game, obviously, at that point. Loved the shade, was surprised how well it looked, how nice it looked on me. This shade heavily rivals Pillow Talk for me in my skin tone. This has a little more brown in it. It's hard to pin down. You know what? Let me get Pillow Talk. Here we go. We got the Pillow Talk. Yes, Pillow Talk has a little more red, and I think the sheer matte lipstick from Suqqu in 11 has more pink, and this matches up to my natural lip color very well, so it gives it a little more flush, it gives me a little more pink. Amazing to wear by itself. And I will say, compared to Charlotte's Matte Revolution formula, I much prefer Suqqu's sheer matte. Again, it's sheer matte. It's not going to have the same color richness as the Charlotte Matte Revolution, but I don't mind because the sheer matte is so soft and smooth when you apply it on your lips, despite it being in the matte category of lipstick finishes. Really nice for those who love lipstick, but maybe they don't wear it as often because they don't want to fully commit to like a color, right? That's why maybe they wear tinted balms instead or glosses. Rarely wear satin lipsticks because, again, to find the right shade that does not overwhelm or take over the entire complexion can be challenging. But the sheer matte lipstick formula, I think perfect for that niche where you love lipstick, you love wearing lipstick. We understand that. It still gives a little more than a tinted lip balm and a gloss, and you don't want the shine finish, right? You don't want the glossy. You want a matte, natural looking finish. This is where the sheer matte lipstick comes in. And I think for many that, again, to have something matte, sheer, comfortable, checks off all the boxes for those expectations. And today I have number 12, which paired with the more coral orange hues from the melting powder blush lineup, and also to better match up with the orange in Kazenade, match made in heaven. I have already mentioned this again in my first video. I absolutely love the spring color collection from Suqqu, one of their best, and my expectations for the melting powder blush, over heaven, beyond, into the galaxy at this point. I would love to use these with the Rare Beauty liquid blushes because those are a recent favorite, and I think it will be interesting to discover how those textures mix, the differences in the colors and the undertones. I'm excited about the blush products still this year. I had said in my end of year faves best of video that blush really took over 2021. We started with the bang, having the Suqqu powder blushes kick off the new year, heavy on the cheek products. I'm kicking myself for not picking up the limited shades in the sheer matte. I might just have to do that because I am so in love with 12 and 11. I had said in my original video that from the photos, I didn't think I was going to wear those colors as often. But experiencing the formula, and again, me going on a tangent of sheer and whatever, maybe those colors will work out just fine. Convincing myself I need to buy more lipstick. Look at me. Look at the work I'm doing to myself. With all that said, let me know down below if you picked up anything from this collection. Disappointments, I would love to know them down below. I'm in love with everything I have tried so far and would love to hear your feedback. I will see you down in the comments, fam. And until then, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And until then, I will see you on here again with another review tutorial. Suqqu Extravaganza, monthly favorites, or get ready with me. Take care, and I will see you again soon.